Welcome to Tidbit Talkin. This is a series that consists of spewing out assorted thoughts which arose from somebody who thinks too much, taking in, and generally loving various entertainment media by the boatload. These tidbits may be little theories, observations, or simply jokes. Please bear in mind that all these ideas come from the perspective of somebody who's experienced every main story bit connected with whatever is currently being gone over. So spoilers will be here. However, other works set in a shared continuity will typically solely be referenced in a way that only makes sense to anybody who's also fully experienced those ones up until their same time occurring points. Sort of a coded nod kind of deal. Now, with all of that out of the way, here we go.
Don't be mean. We don't have to be mean. Because, remember, no matter where you go, there you are.
The team's trouble with calculating mass acceleration before Buckaroo shows up is because he left them inaccurate info so nobody else could test out that new version overthruster deal. That guy whose brain will be controlled vocally with commands like throw harpoon or raise arm, as opposed to the more traditional and efficient direct method, must be some old hunter with a decaying and worn body, but healthy vocal cords. The rest of his physical form hoopla would have been augmented with cybernetic stuff for compensation's sake. That kind of junk is made more effective with vocal commands, especially when one considers it wouldn't have to rely on weaker muscles, needing particular strength levels and whatnot. Things could even keep on going once every remaining biobit has absolutely atrophied. This creepy crawly creature collected by Dr. Banzai must be some sort of organic lock that was holding the remaining red electroids in their 8th dimension prison. The fire exit in Dr. Lizardo's lab was blocked off during his original experiment. Perhaps said guy's team believed that the only chance for a fiery death involved their failure, which would cause instant obliteration. What they were doing was going with a sorta tempting fate good luck charm thingy. Doing that self-brain shock deal must be the only way John Warfin can recall said event with memories of his helpless human host, as opposed to personally held kidnapping related ones. That's why he didn't have this equation already scribbled up on his craziness wall. No matter where you go, there you are. This is Buckaroo trying to assure the poor position plagued Penny that those wonderful moments, which are so powerful they always remain part of somebody, still exist, even when really crappy consequences continually come up. Perfect Tommy's perfection doesn't refer to true human flawlessness. Rather, he's merely the only Tommy without any non-Tommy qualities. John Big Boutte didn't have a problem with Warfin's mispronunciation of his name earlier because he didn't start watching TV until the guy made that condescending comment about not knowing Buckaroo Banzai broke through a certain dimensional barrier. Thus, he was not aware Earth's English-speaking people often colloquially refer to their collective buttocks as such, and consequentially didn't care about it involving a T-based ending. New Jersey goes over that rhyme thing he meant to help one remember how many days are in each month, not because he can't recall its target info, but rather he's merely putting his mind into a bringing up buried information comfortable state, so it's prime for reaching junk about Orson Welles' War of the Worlds broadcast. In other words, he's making his mind remember the best way to remember stuff by taking advantage of muscle memory. Planet 10's people must know what the afterlife's true form is, hence why they were so confident about death being too good for John Warfin and his followers. Also, these folks intend to make Earthlings engage in some self-destruction action because they lack both authorization and resources for a direct strike-consisting assault. That is, it's only a small group believing Warfin has escaped, and the rest of their government won't give them what's truly needed for handling such a dire situation. Their John titles and surprisingly goofy personal name combos must sound much more respectful when all native tongue spoken. That watermelon, which can only be cut with industrial equipment and was part of an experiment involving ending world hunger by making food capable of surviving being dropped from airplanes, is there, so Team Banzai can combine the oscillation overthruster with shrinking tech in order to find a way one could send small people inside for some endless feast party-related good times. The president's back injury must have been inflicted when he was kidnapped by World Crime League employed ninjas. These events would have been what that arcade game shown earlier covered. Endings are a pain, but all of you are fantastic. See ya.